Back with another video, Enoch 777. Hope all is well. Stay out the way, safe, focus, and balance. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the love support. The title of the video is going to be about the time I almost died in jail. That is the title of the video. This happened to me at least 2 years ago. This was back when I decided to move out of state, out of Florida. I wanted to get away for a while and move someplace else. The other place I moved to, it was Georgia. Once I got there, I had been there for some time. I kept getting pulled over. One of the times they pulled me over, it was for speeding. They went to write me a ticket. As soon as they went to the police car and looked in the system, they seen that I had a warrant out for my arrest in another state. So immediately, what they did, they placed me inside of handcuffs and took me to jail. Once I got there, they put me inside of a one-man cell, being a box. I was locked down for 24 hours a day. I had been in there for 3 weeks. I still had time to do until my next court date, at least a month. But while I was in there, I noticed that it was extremely hard for me to get by. The reason was because I had something spiritual taking place with my body on the inside of it. I had certain energies with ghosts and spirits. Previously, before I got locked up that time, even before I moved to Georgia, I had been going to certain places all of the time by myself at night. The places I'm talking about is the park, the woods, and the forest. I would go there for ghosts and spirits. I also stayed in a haunted apartment, and I had been around ghosts for a long time. So with these different energies combined, this is what I had taking place on the inside of my body. The longer and longer I was locked up, the energy inside of my body started to become chaotic, wiry, and go all over the place. It was the ghosts, the spirits. They wanted to break free and get out. They was trapped. The reason was because I was in isolation. I was in a closed off area, meaning that I couldn't go nowhere or do anything. So this weighed on me spiritually with the ghosts and spirits. Eventually, what they made my body do, whenever I stood up, I noticed I was stuck. I couldn't move. My body was shutting down. It locked up. It started cramping up. And my jaw was also locked up as well. And I couldn't even walk. And every time I walked with a limp while my body was cramped up and stuck. And I was trying to talk at the same time. I felt like I was dying, so what I did, I started banging on the door. Boom, boom, boom. It was a police officer that was on shift, a female police officer. So she came to the door to my cell, and I told her what was going on with me. I felt like I was dying. I asked her, can I use the phone? So she let me use it. As soon as she let me use the phone, I called my people, my mom. Right when she picked up the phone, I went to talking. And the way that I sounded, I didn't sound the same. I didn't sound normal. I sounded completely different. It was off. And she could tell. She picked up on this. I was asking her, can she help me get out? I told her where I was. I was far from home, so she knew that. I had the bond money, but the thing was, I didn't have access to it in there because I was in there by myself, right? I didn't know I was going to go to jail, so I was unprepared. So she did the best she could do to try to come up with the money. But she ended up calling the jail back. She talked to the lady that was on the shift, the police officer. Right after they got done talking, what happened, she came to my cell, opened up the door, and said, I can get out. I was free. I was dying at that point, so when she let me out, I was super happy. I was excited. All I had to do, sign a few papers, and they set my next court date. Immediately, whenever I got outside and I was free, I felt this super heavy, dark, demonic, evil energy spewing from out of my body. It was going all over the place. It even happened while I was in the back of the Uber. It was a girl that was driving at the time. I was in the back seat, and this super dark energy was just spewing on the outside of my body. I was broadcasting this on my phone, showing everybody. I even had the windows down as well. Another thing that took place too was while I was back there and all this was happening, I also felt this energy inside of myself. Whenever you say energy, this is where you get original gangster from, being energy. So I felt the streets inside of me as soon as I got out of jail. It was also spewing out along with the energy from the ghost. But that was the time I almost died in jail. This Enoch 777, peace, I'm out.